This puzzle has nothing to do with the sounds, but the biggest hint lays with the snake being something which is outside of the 12 symbols of the zodiac. But this puzzle itself is quite stupid in a way, because it actually requires external research, you know, Googling or Wikipedia, etc. So we've got the noises of a goat, the line, and the ball. So in that case, we have to match up each animal with the zodiac signs which they are, and it goes that the goat is the 10th symbol, the lion is the 5th symbol, and the ball is the 2nd symbol. And my question to you, if you're watching this game developer, Suika Bar, is why is there no clues within the game about this? The only subtle clue is the 13th sign. It's stupid that you have to do external research in order to actually unlock a door, because there's nothing in the game which actually gives you clues. Like, none. So you can spat about all you want, anybody in there who thinks that this puzzle is ridiculously easy. It isn't. So anyone who likes to moan about people who don't know how to solve puzzles because they're not you, you can shut up about that now. But this is another mystery in itself. An extravagant grand piano stands here. Think about Grand Design Gardening Program. Large variety of murder mystery novels penned by an unknown author. All of these are penned by unknown authors, for goodness sakes. Yeah, so the hints for that particular piece needs more clues. Because how the hell could someone think, oh, 13th sign? Well, the 13th sign of what? Another letter. To my darling baby brother, I'll do whatever I can to prove my worth to you. Yesterday I went to town to prepare your test subjects for you as per the usual. Just to see the happiness on your beautiful face, I'll listen to anything and everything you have to say. Then you told me the best news of my entire life. You asked me to become one of your test subjects tomorrow. This is so wonderful. I get to die for my younger brother. There could be no greater happiness. I can't wait for this day to come. So it definitely is for bus driver. I can't wait. 16 different times. I am eagerly awaiting for my fated hour. By the time you read this, I'll be gone from this world, won't I? All I want you to know after I'm gone is how I truly feel about you. Thank you for everything. Nagito, my charming younger brother. You made me the luckiest man in the whole wide world. With love, your older brother, Kotaro Ashiki. Why? These letters are from... I knew he had something to do with this plot. I predicted from the very start of the game that the bus driver has something to do with this horror scenario. It seems so. I can't believe it. The same Mr. Ashiki who drove us to our destination was complicit. I can't read that word. Complicit in the killer's acts. Indeed he was. But he mentioned that his brother's name is Nagito. I don't think I've ever heard that name before. Could he really be lurking somewhere in the shadows? Mr. Inaba. I see now. So that's how he did it. Have you figured it out? Arimura, I want you to bring Haruma and Nagashiki here. Okay. I'm going to unravel this mystery once and for all. Is that going to be something that's viably able for us? Yeah, let's look at the clock. Go over your notes. The first day. When we all arrived here at the mansion 2 days ago, the murder occurred on the first night. But murderer did encase the murder. We all gathered together to eat dinner, and that was when the bus driver, Ashiki, was killed by ingesting poison that was applied to his meal. The poison was virulent enough to cause death the moment he swallowed, an extremely fast-acting agent. Suspicion naturally fell on the two who prepared the food, who was the chef, Nakashiki, and my assistant, Nina Arimura. Both suspects provided alibis for each other. However, this did nothing to assuage the fears of Kumashika, the novelist. He doubted the validity of the two couples vouching innocence for each other. The next order of business was in what order everyone entered into the dining room. The order was found to be Kumashika, Nakaya, Nakashi, Haruma, and Dr. Ashiki, and finally myself and Arimura. At the end of the day, Nakaya became immensely suspect of Kumashika, especially after learning that this place houses a number of murder mystery novels. Nakaya ran off, accusing Kumashika of being the murderer. That was the last thing that happened on the first day. To recap on the second day, I started off being woken up by the sound of a gunshot. We deduced that the sound came from Kumashika's guest room, and everyone, excluding Nakaya, gathered outside in the hallway. We knew something terrible had happened inside. However, the door was locked, and we were left with no choice but to find the key. After a search, Arimura and I finally found out, and we then opened up Kumashika's room only to find the bodies of Kumashika and Nakaya inside. I immediately ordered Arimura to get Dr. Haruma and started my investigation inside the guest room. Kumashika had bleed out to death after having his neck sliced open, while Nakaya was shot directly in the heart, causing an instantaneous death. Both deaths involved excessive blood loss, causing a pool to form underneath them. They died roughly around the same time. So whoever did them in had the capacity to overpower two grown men and kill them using two separate weapons, a firearm and a knife, at the same time. I'm positive there's no way the window was opened. So if this was committed by a third party, I cannot fathom them managing to escape via that window. None of the windows involved in their deaths were found in the guest room either. It's safe to assume that the killer took them with him. Even after an investigation of the entire mansion, these weapons never showed up again. However, that's not to say the criminal got away with this crime without leaving a trace. We were fortunate enough that a small mark was left behind the carpet. In actuality, the small mark was a footprint that came from the killer's soul after they had stepped into the pool in blood. The killer likely escaped from the guest room without realizing this mistake. Since by now the pool of blood should have dried up, the killer's footprint is now permanently embedded in there. Remember that during the entire time this murder was committed, Kumashika's guest room was locked from the inside and we couldn't get in with our key. Ergo, it was the perfect locked room murder, and there is only one person who could perform such a feat, the owner of the mansion himself. If the mansion's owner is the killer, then it explains why he would possess a spare key. The question then turns to how he is able to stay out of sight and pick us off. Maybe this mastermind is in fact a serial killer. Sheesh, I already looked at that. Damn it! The mansion. There was a lot to investigate throughout the mansion's many rooms these 2 days. One of the rooms which caught my interest was the library on the second floor that I found during the first day. In there we found 2 rooms filled with numerous murder mystery books, a majority of which were written by an unknown author. Even though there weren't many books in comparison to the authorless ones, there was a small space dedicated to one author in particular, Kumashika. Then there's the armory located on the 3rd floor. It contained an assortment of weapons such as knives and firearms. Everyone in this mansion was told about this. There was one thing we learned earlier that had been on my mind. A ghost girl by the name of Katie lives in the storage room on the 1st floor. In order to escape from a murderer on the loose, her mother hid her in there. Just who could this murderer, whom Katie calls a scary person, be? We also found a furniture storage room on the 2nd floor on the 2nd day. We found a message from Katie's mother that disclosed a secret room to us. It turned out to be a monitor room where they kept surveillance of the entire mansion. We were being watched the entire time. And lastly, there's this room we're in right now on the 3rd floor that covers everything that we found of note in this mansion, sorry. The mysterious letter. Mysterious letters were scattered around as we were investigating the mansion. They were from an older brother to his younger brother. I still have these on my person so I can refresh myself on them at any time. In the final letter, the sender's and receiver's names were finally revealed to us. The sender's name we instantly recognized, Kotaro Ashiki, the older brother. He is the bus driver who brought us to this mansion. If you consider the contents of these letters, it's of no coincidence that we ended up here, seeing as how Kotaro's younger brother owns this place. The owner of this mansion, Nagita Ashiki, is the mastermind behind a series of crimes, and Kotaro was complicit in it all by bringing people here. It's sickening to say that all of us here were brought in to become test subjects for research. It was also Nagita who can write stories based on our deaths. Then these murder mystery books penned by an unknown author. Could that mean... Yes, the unknown author is indeed him. Put together the case. Okay, what else can we... Oh, we can't actually leave a room, okay. Damn it. Fine. But we have looked at everything thoroughly. Put together the case. Yes. I brought both of them. You really know who done it, Mr. Detective? Why did he kill 3 people? Thank you, everyone, for coming. Please listen to what I have to say, because I will start from the very beginning and lead us to this crucial moment. Alright. Yeah, sure. Thank you for lending me your ears. First, let's look back on these 2 cases that transpired here. Our first victim was Kotaro Ashiki, the bus driver. He died on the first day from ingesting poison from his meal. Then on the second day, 2 victims were killed. The crime fiction novelist Shikata Kamashka and the carpenter Kenichi Nakaya. Okay, that's an outside police siren. Kamashka's neck was sliced open with a knife and he bled out. My bad. Nakaya's heart was pierced with a bullet and he died instantaneously. Here are some facts you need to know. Both men died around the same time. It was a locked room mystery and the murder weapons were never found. In short, we had 1 person killed on the first day and 2 people were killed on the second day at the same time with 2 different murder weapons. Such a horrific deed. And now, I will reveal who's the criminal behind this triple homicide. The criminal behind, it was... Okay, so his name is not appeared here. None of us. And the criminal, or should I say criminals in this case, are not present here. Not present? What do you mean by that? One who executed these crimes are not with us. Actually, it'd be more fair to say that they are no longer in this world. Okay, we're getting confused here. Let's take it from the top, shall we? The one who poisoned Mr. Ashiki was... Kotaro Ashiki. The one who poisoned Ashiki was Kotaro Ashiki himself. He voluntarily ingested the poison and died. Why would he do that to himself? You shouldn't sound so surprised, Arimura, because these letters also told us as much. Oh yeah! Letters? What letters? These letters were addressed from an older brother to his younger brother. They were spread throughout the mansion. Let me read you the line in question. You asked me to become one of your test subjects tomorrow. This is so wonderful. I get to die for my younger brother. There can be no greater happiness. I can't wait for this day to come. The older brother plainly laid out that he intended to die for his sibling, for there we can easily discern his identity. We can? Who is he? Mr. Ashiki. Mr. Ashiki is the older brother? Then, on the night he died, the killer was... That's correct. Mr. Ashiki was both a victim and an assailant. So he would have the easiest time out of everyone poisoning his own meal. Wait a sec. Okay, I get how Mr. Ashiki offered himself, but you're forgetting about the double murders. How about explaining that one, huh? The one behind the second murder involving those two was the owner of the mansion. The one behind it was the owner of the mansion. Yeah? What do you mean? Mr. Inaba, your desperate attempt at philandering is an embarrassment to us all. It would be better if you would stop making excuses and accept your crimes. Huh? Take a look at this knife right here. I'm sure you recognize it, right? Yes, it came from the armory. What of it? While I was conducting my investigation, I found this little number in the closet of your guest room, Mr. Inaba. Is this what you used to kill Mr. Komachi with? No. That's just preposterous. I've never seen that knife before. That reminds me, during the time when the double homicides occurred, wasn't Mr. Inaba the last to arrive to the scene? Isn't that strange? It's almost as if you were taking extra time to hide the murder weapon. Doctor, Mr. Inaba, are you really the killer? Arimura. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Inaba. I don't know what to think. What should I do, sir? Mr. Inaba, we have all the evidence we need to put you away for a very long time. It would be best for everyone's sake if you gave up quietly. After that confrontation, one of us found the key to the front doors and we all escaped from the mansion. Instead of our bus waiting for us at the other end, there were police officers standing by. Apparently someone reported us as missing. I've gave myself up to the police, but I won't confess to a crime I never committed. However, since I couldn't find a counterpoint to the reasoning, it was useless in the end. My entire case was built on a faulty foundation. Only now do I understand the fundamental fact. Ending 2, the truth vanishes. Got to an ending, but what did I do wrong to get to a particular ending, in cases of nothing? The clues have to lie in which order these go in. Oh, what side is? Oh my gosh. I wonder why they said that then. End 3, and then there were none. Myself! And the criminal who did this was me? Seriously? You mean to tell us that you were the one behind this, Mr. Inaba? No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. I was merely musing out the idea out loud. No, Mr. Inaba. I think what you're displaying is of admission of guilt here, and I have solid proof that you did it. You do? Take a look at this knife right here. I'm sure you recognize it, right? Yes, it came from the armory. What of it? While I was conducting my own investigation, I found this little number in the closet of your guest room, Mr. Inaba. Is this what you used to kill Mr. Komachi with? No, that's just preposterous. What did it say? Inaba is the killer. I am not a killer! That reminds me, during the time when the double homicides in Mr. Komachi's guest room occurred, wasn't Mr. Inaba the last to arrive to the scene? Isn't that strange? It's almost as if you were taking extra time to hide the murder weapon. Doctor, Inaba is a killer? This is all absurd. Are you guys even hearing yourselves? As if my mind can concoct such thoughts. Mr. Inaba, I'm sure all of this is some kind of misunderstanding. For now, just confess your sins and maybe the police can work out a deal with you to make things easier. Hold on, what about Akashi? I had no opportunity to administer the poison. I've given it a lot of thought. When those two were left the dining room together to eat dinner, there was an opportunity for anyone to enter there all along. This person could have poisoned Mr. Ashiki's dish in secret with everyone none the wiser. Especially when they had done this before Mr. Komachi arrived. However, no one else knew dinner was being made, so all that leaves is one last person who could have planted the poison in advance. This sole person knew that food was being prepared, but they were not involved in it. Ergo, we had no reason to suspect them as first. Mr. Inaba. Inaba is the killer. Gah! The only person who knew that our cooking was you, Mr. Inaba. Arimura. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Inaba. I don't know what to think. What should I do, sir? Oh my. I didn't. I couldn't. Well then. Mr. Inaba? What's the matter? Why, I didn't think you guys would have caught me. Yes, I'm the killer. I'm the one who... Hey, Mr. Inaba. Well, there's you. You killed him. I knew you were the murderer. Eh? And you? Is that you, sir? Are you really him? The real Mr. Inaba? Who would make you say that? I can't be anyone but Inaba. Inaba is the killer? Oh my. And then there were none. And then myself. Golly, this mystery is getting deeper. So, answering the first one and the first option leads to us being a murderer. But if you answer them any of the questions incorrectly, then it's going to lead down to the tale of ending 2. The truth then vanishes. So there are, let's see, 5 other endings we need to acquire. It could be each other. They did each other in? Correct. The entire mystery behind a locked room murder was simply because they killed each other at the same time. Could you please explain this in greater detail? It was all because of that poisoning incident from the night before. Mr. Nakaya was completely convinced that Mr. Kamasko was the true killer. Mr. Nakaya didn't plan for his paranoia to result in murder, but I'm certain he had that thought on his mind the entire time. What kind of thought? Simply to kill Mr. Kamasko before he could kill him. I'm sure that's what was going on through his mind. Thankfully, he had learned some unexpected good news the very same night, which he was sure would give him the edge. The armory? Precisely. Nakashiki told everyone about the existence of the armory on the 3rd floor. Mr. Nakaya took a knife from the armory that he would later use to kill Mr. Kamashka, and went to confront him late that night. He was probably let in by claiming something along the lines of, "Help! He's after me! I know you're not really the killer, so you gotta let me in." Naturally, Mr. Kamashka let him in, all while Mr. Nakaya was hiding the knife in his back pocket. In order to not let Mr. Kamashka escape, he locked the door behind him. He then attacked the novelist, but that's when the unexpected happened, such as our carpenter acquaintance didn't expect that Mr. Kamashka would also pay a visit to the armory. The gun? You're catching on good. This all explains Mr. Kamashka's complete attitude change before the double homicide. So that's why he had no issue with Mr. Nakashiki and I sleeping in our own rooms. It's because if he was attacked, he'd be able to handle the situation on his own, so he had no reason to be afraid of having a killer on the loose. It's also possible he was plotting to turn the tables on the killer as well. Sadly, in the end, Mr. Kamashka fired his gun at the same time Mr. Nakaya landed his own attack on him, resulting in simultaneous deaths. Yeah. Here's the scenario I'm proposing. Mr. Kamashka acted too rashly and attacked first, but Mr. Nakaya was just a bit quicker. Mr. Nakaya's knife had sliced Mr. Kamashka's neck while he pulled the trigger. Then the carpenter fell backward from the force and died instantly. The novelist also fell back, pouring blood out from his artery being cut, until at last he bled out, giving us our locked room mystery. Hold on there. If what you're claiming is true, then shouldn't there have been clasping their respective murder weapons when we came to the scene? He has a point. If they killed each other at the same time, then the weapons should still be there, but they were nowhere to be found in that room. I hate to break it to you, but I actually found one of them not too long ago. Where to find? You see, I found it inside my guest room, right? The simple truth is that, with the second incident, there must have been a third party who tampered with the crime scene. A third party? Yes, and the third party is... okay, the owner of the mansion. The third party who tampered with the crime scene was the owner of this mansion. Arimura, you called the younger brother mentioned the letters written by Mr. Ashiki, yes? Yeah, I do. He was the reason why these letters were written in the first place. Correct. And this younger brother is clearly the owner of that mansion the merchant, sorry, and Mr. Ashiki said himself. After I transport these test subjects to your mansion, you will observe their behaviors closely and our efforts will become the basis of your next novel. So, now, do you recall his younger brother's name? I think it was Nagito? Yes, Mr. Ashiki's younger brother is named Nagito Ashiki. Correct again, good work. The owner of his mansion is behind everything. He even went through all this effort to manipulate the crime scene, all to implicate and trap me. So you're saying that this owner of the mastermind is still working from the shadows to get us? He's not lurking in the shadows anymore, for he's right here in front of us. What? Nagito Ashiki. There is a name hidden inside there. If we were to rearrange the letters, we would get Okay, what the frickin' heck is his name? Oh, for goodness sakes, I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, hold on. This is where looking at this is going to be helpful. So it goes by the name of T-O-A. Thank you, we finally got there in the end. To Nagashiki? You're on a roll, Arimura. He was the one responsible for this. The mastermind in the shadows. He brought us here only to trap and observe our movements. But now I've unveiled your true name, To Nagashiki. Or should I refer to you by your real name, Nagito Akashi? I can't believe it. Miss Nagashiki, this was really your plan all along? Well. Yep. Aha! You gotta stop randomly pointing fingers at anyone, Mr. Inaba. I'm the mastermind? Are you serious? That's totally impossible, man. Are you purposely trying to sway the conversation in your favour to distract everyone from the knife I found in your guest room? Please, I'd like to hear your explanation of this. Go ahead. Simple. You planted it there to frame me. You brain dead? Evidence, man. Where's your evidence? Oh, do you really want to know? Are you pulling my leg? Out with it, man. I want to see this so-called evidence you have. As you wish. It's your grave you're digging. The evidence that exposes the owner of the mansion as the one who manipulated the crime scene was the sole of their shoe. The incriminating evidence that exposed the owner of this mansion is the sole of their shoe. What? I'm not sure I follow. Remember pools of blood that formed during Mr. Kamashika's and Mr. Nakaya's deaths? Apparently the killer was careless and had left his footprint there. I personally made sure to take extra care around these blood pools as to not step on them myself. I also told Dr. Haruma to watch his step. Furthermore, Arimura and Nashiki also didn't go further into the room, thus preserving the crime scene. In short, the killer should be the only one to have some blood attached to the bottom of their shoe. However, judging from the footprint on the carpet, it would only be the smallest of smudges. But the fact is so minuscule is exactly why we're fortunate. The killer never noticed such an inconsequential detail. Furthermore, I think it's about time we check the bottom of everyone's shoes. If we do that, then this will reveal the true culprit who removed the weapons and planted one of them in Mr. Inaba's guest room. Ever the sharp one, Arimura. So, what are we waiting for? Anyone feeling like bearing their soul to me? You're incredible, Mr. Inaba. You've certainly earned the title as the Great Detective. Thanks. Of course my stupid brother had to go write such drivel. Ah, well. Can't expect anything from a bonehead like him. Seriously, he made every single thing 100 times more difficult. I can't believe anyone could be so incomplete. It's all his fault that I've been found out. Mr. Nakashiki? Ah, why are you still calling me by that name? Did you not listen to anything our detective friend had to say? My name is Nagito Ashiki. Try not to forget it, okay? No, this can't be real. Please tell us you're joking, Mr. Nakashiki. This isn't like you. I thought I told you worthless sacks of poop to call me by my proper name. Nagito, tell me, how many people have you killed? Could it be? Did our private dick crack this case wide open? Oh wow, the song give this guy a reward. What do you say, Mr. Inaba? Based on those letters, I've deduced that our mastermind here has repeated this exact same scenario countless times before to an art form. Yeah, you're talking about us being test subjects. Precisely. Anyone who came to this mansion were test subjects to be used as the groundwork for his next literacy work. You mean those murder mystery books? My hats off to you, man. Here I compress everything essentially in creating the perfect murder mystery. The killer's psychology, the victim's raw emotions, and above all else, keeping the illusion content. Those murder mysteries by an unknown author, you wrote all of them. Hey, are you telling me that you've read them? Because my murder mystery masterpieces are absolutely without peer. Nothing could even compare to them. Especially because all of them are based on real people and real events. They are all non-fictional. Then, all those deaths in the books, they all really happened. No blanks, Sherlock. You're out of your mind. However, all those other books are going to pale in comparison to this one. I can't wait to start writing it. Oh, Nagita, you've outdone yourself this time. You're insane to kill for such empty reasons. Empty reasons? Excuse you. They were all honourable, valuable sacrifices for my ultimate art. Besides, I didn't lay a single finger on them. They all died for their own violation. How could you say such things? Don't, Arimura. Nothing we say matters at this point. I totally underestimated you, Mr. Inaba. You are the only one who can manage to see past all my smoke and mirrors. But now we have a slight dilemma. I can't have anyone spoil the end of my novel before it finished. I have one last request for you all, for the sake of art. Could you all just die? Everyone, here with me. We've got to escape. Oh, come on, don't start paddling my novel with this foolish nonsense. I do want to save my progress, thank you very much. Let's not prolong this any longer than we have to. Die for me. Die for my masterpieces. Just die already, Mr. Inaba. Can I just say, why the hell am I backed up against two freaking stools in which I can't move away? Okay, I can actually. Damn it. Okay, so somehow we need to escape from this apocalypse. Don't you try and crack me. Yes, got the knife. Well, I'm glad you walk slowly. Are you serious? Now I have to do a loopy-loop. Making us go the long way round. Are you for real? What? Eek! Arimura, Dr. Hyuma! They're down there. This is the storage room. The door to the storage room should have been unlocked. Just get out before me. I'll be right behind you two. The door won't open. What? Mr. Nagita must have locked it beforehand. Hold on, you two. I'll find something to pull you up with. You can save your progress up until you find the item. Great. This will be important though. So it has to be in one of these rooms. But where the heck is he? Nearby rooms. But there's nothing here! Miscellaneous items. This rope. I should be able to pull them both up with this. Pull up a rope. Hold on. things go a boot. Oh, that's fine. Well, we picked up the knife. Pull. Yeah, Doctor, please hold on to the rope. I'm going to pull you up. I got it. The rope snapped. What about Arimura? All we can do is find the key to open the storage room back up. You're right. Arimura, please wait there. We'll come get you. You better. Besides, if you dare leave me behind, I'm going to become a wandering ghost and haunt your office. She'll be fine in the meantime. Let's go, Doctor. Lead the way. What's all this? I thought I heard an interesting anecdote to use for my next chapter, but all I wits into is boring as blank. Well then, shall we resume the hunt? Not really. There's nowhere left to run, you know. Oh wait, that reminds me, not like it'll matter in the end. You don't even have the key to the front doors. What should we do? Wah! The lights. Damn, now what? Oh well, this changes nothing. Just some mood lighting for the grand finale. Huh? What was that? We'll kill you, huh? It hurts. I hate you. These are the souls who have already died. Die. It's your turn to be a test subject. Mummy, where are you? I'll kill you. It's so painful. Who's saying that? Show yourself. These are the voices of the people who died here. Eek. Get the blank away from me. We found you. I'll enjoy killing you. You'll die with us. I can't breathe. Help me. Oh, no, we don't want to help you. Die with us. What the hell did we just witness? Damn, it's too dark to see anything. Good thing I have a light on me. You can now save your progress. Well, we have that in store, but I don't think we need to. What's all this? Are these the ghosts of the people who died here? I should be careful not to touch them then. That's why you said for us to save the game. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that as well. This is a bloody minefield now. Can't touch these guys. I need to find the key. But the key is nowhere to be found. God, the limited visibility does make it horrible to find said things. Grandmaster key. Now we can get out of here. Well, forget me not. Oh, that's what the flowers imply. Don't forget this little number here. Yep, we do. Sorry, Arimura. You're gonna have to just be left there. Mr. Inaba, what's taking you so long? Hey, big sister. Huh? Oh, it's you, Katie. Hey, big sister, you know Mr. Weirdo and his friend already escaped without you. Did they really? But I'm fine with that. I'll stay here with you and we can play together forever. No, you have to be lying. Mr. Inaba, he'd never just leave me. He'll definitely come rescue me. No, he won't, because Katie here took those awful memories from this mansion from him. He won't remember all the bad stuff that happened here. You can't do that. That's a terrible thing to do. But I did it so I can stay here with my big sister. I'll never leave your side. Pinky swear promise? Don't you want to be happy forever? Well, just not with you. I don't know what happened the other day, but somehow I found myself lying around on a mountain path. There are police crawling everywhere. They've been asking me so many strange questions for days now. Finally, I could get some much needed rest and relaxation. So his memory of those events that transpired were deleted because of Katie. I could go for a smoke. I have my lighter on me, but where's my pack of cigarettes? That's strange, I always carried them on me. There's someone at the door. There's no one here. Oh, there's something at my feet. This is a pack of my usual brand of cigarettes and a flower? Who could have put these here? What was this flower called? A forget-me-not, I think? It's really beautiful. Maybe I should display it in my office. Forget-me-not! That's why you don't leave your beloved assistants behind. Fine. Fine, but fine as whelp. So we'll get the rope and then pull up our beloved assistants. Arimura, I've got a rope. I'm going to use it to pull you up first. Gotcha! The rope snapped. Now what should we do? All we can do is find the key to open the storage room back up. Right, on it. Please wait for us, Dr. Arimura. We'll find that key and get you out of there as soon as possible. Wait just a moment. You're seriously going to leave me behind? I thought you two were good people. Whatever gave you the impression we weren't. We'd never... You two are colleagues, aren't you? So what am I to both of you? A nobody? A stranger? I wasn't born yesterday, you know. You feel nothing about leaving me here to die. Not a single thing. I can just hear you two laughing right now at the thought of my demise. Doctor, remain calm. We will come to rescue you. Then I demand that you rescue me right now. Get me out. Right. This instant. We cannot do the impossible, so please wait and believe in us. You will rescue me this right second, or so help me God. Is that a gun? Doctor, did you also retrieve that from the armory? In a situation like this, we all have to watch out for ourselves. Now, if you don't rescue me, I'll pull this trigger. I'll do it. Either I get to come with you, or one of you dies here. Doctor, don't. Watch out, Mr. Inaba. I didn't mean... Arimura, hang in there, Arimura. Mr. Inaba, sir, you have to hurry and escape. That doesn't matter to me right now. I'm not leaving you behind. Wake up, Arimura. Oh my God, what have I done? Why did you kill my big sister? It was an accident. I wasn't really going to shoot anybody. Shut up. She was my big sister, and you. Get back. Stay away from me. Why did you kill her? Doctor. I thought I heard an exciting future chapter for my book, but man, I can't believe this twist. Arimura's secretly dead. Seriously dead? Oh man, that sucks. You. Isn't she lucky? Gee, seriously, saves me all the effort of killing her. Imagine the reader's shock to learn that this poor heroine died from the hands of the people she trusts. It writes itself. Ah, you suffering inside, Mr. Inaba. Can't you feel that gut-wrenching churn in your stomach? Don't worry, my friend. You won't have to feel that way for long. I'll send you off to meet her. Now she won't have to be lonely in hell. Don't you dare speak ill of her. What's this? Am I feeling the raw essence of pure, unfiltered resentment coming from you? But I'm being so nice to you. You don't want to leave without your sweet Arimura, do you? You don't want her to be all alone, right? Come here, I'm offering you a one-way ticket to meet her, courtesy of this blade. What? I warned you. Now you'll never disrespect the dead ever again. Arimura. Let's get out of here. How do we get out of here, though? Oh. Obtains Grandmaster Key. Oh dear. Yes. Instead of our bus waiting for us at the other end, there were police officers standing by. At last, I was finally safe from that living hell. Excuse me. I learned that there never was a landslide in the first place, and we were treated as missing persons. Then was that landslide we saw back then just an illusion projected by the ghosts of the mansion? Or were they guiding us to break the chain of death perpetuated by the sadistic brothers? Sadly, this mystery was beyond me. I told the police everything that happened inside the mansion. Well, almost everything. I kept one thing to myself. I'll come back to the mansion again someday to meet with the other passengers of that bus. And so the curtain falls of this particular mystery file. It will be one I can never forget. Especially considering the crime I had committed. A crime that will follow me throughout my life. Go past the knife, do not pick it up. Doing the same thing again, but this time around, of course, we did not pick up the knife as we saw. Well, for you lot, just a second ago. Oh, dearie me. Very fascinating in itself. Are you going to run away again? She's talk about boring and unoriginal. Oh well, I'll just keep chasing you until then, Miss Inaba. I think I missed out some unique dialogue there. Now we can escape. Thank goodness. There's nowhere left to run, you know. Oh wait, that reminds me. Not like it'll matter in the end. You don't even have the key to the front doors. Then this? Damn, what now? Oh well, this changes nothing. Just some mood lighting for the grand finale. Oh. You can't change this finale, apparently. Huh? What was that? Every single person you've killed. These are the voices of the people who died here. Get the bike away from me! You will feel their respite in the dead. You will feel their pain for now and forever. Let's see what we can do from here on out, shall we? So, whip up the Zippo lighter. What's all this? Are these the ghosts of the people who died here? I should be careful not to touch them then. Exactly. Exactly to the point, my friend. Grandmaster Key. Now I can get out of here. Avoiding the ghosts. Tread very carefully. We'll just get out of here then. Yes, we do. So how could you actually rescue both characters? Instead of our bus waiting for us at the end of the rain, there were police officers standing by at last. I was finally safe from that living hell. I learned that there never was a landslide in the first place, and we were treated as missing people. Landslide we saw as illusions, projected by ghosts, perpetuated for sad brothers. Mystery was beyond me. After that, I told the police everything that happened inside the mansion. Later returned there in order to meet with Arimura and the rest of the other passengers. However, not a single soul remained in that mansion, not even remains of Nagito Ashiki was there to be discovered. That's the curtain fell in this case. This has been one mystery file I will never forget. But last man standing. We are. So we've got to find a way to get both Dr. Arimura and Arimura out of there. So would it be Enchanted where we left off last time? No. It would have to be before something? Before going about? Yeah, we have our two friends with us. Okay, so there is a possible way. You unlock the door. Yes, Arimura. You sure took your sweet time, Mr. Inaba. Please, I was going as fast as I could. Let's not argue schematics here. We saved you, Miss Arimura. Now let's get out of here post haste. Big sister, are you leaving me? Is that you, Katie? Why? Tell me why. Something feels off about her demeanor. I have a really bad feeling about this. You promised me you'd stay with me. I'm not a liar. This isn't good. We have to run, everyone. To be exit, everyone. Right behind you, Mr. Inaba. Oh, great. Obviously, we can't save. There needs to be a save point there, otherwise we're just going to be circling around in impossibilities. So, just before the room, we then save. That's all good. Hence why the option of going to that room beforehand, because this door was not openable in any other case, would be that. What the hell am I saying? This room in particular wouldn't be accessible if the doctor wasn't with us, because that left door wouldn't open up. Yep, sorry. I know I'm a liar. So let us go down here then post haste. Indeed. Big sister, please don't leave me. Yes, we do leave you. Instead of our bus waiting for us at the other end, there were police officers standing by. At last, we were finally safe from that living hell. I learned that there was never a landslide in the first place, and we were treated as missing people. Then, was that landslide we saw back then just an illusion projected by the ghosts of the mansion? Or were they guiding us to break the chain of death perpetuated by the sadistic brothers? Sadly, this mystery was beyond me. After I told the police everything that happened inside the mansion, I later returned there in order to meet with the rest of the other passengers. However, not a single soul remained in the mansion, not even the remains of Nagita Esaki was there to be discovered. All I could do was to bury Katie's remains within a proper grave, and thus the curtain to the sordid case finally fell. This will be one mystery file I will never forget. And that is what you would call either the good ending or the true ending. Ah, let's look at all this. The crew. Yeah, those two do look kind of... Well, obviously anime drawings, everyone looks quite similar, but... Cooking. I like CGs. They're really nice to look at. Oh my. Who do we? Was that the antagonist? The antagonist falling on the floor, sorry. Two murderers. Obviously Bandit would have a knife. Nah. Katie and Aruma. And their dear rabbit friend. Katie's dear rabbit. Eek. Although ending 1 itself doesn't require either you to pick up the knife or not, that's entirely optional, I would believe. Just by looking at everything, you didn't need to defend yourself. Because the knife is solely for the purpose of ending 5, which is an unpardonable crime. Yeah, thank you to everyone who was involved in the creation of this game. Although, like any game, it does have its flaws. Number 1, I think the clues given in this game, particularly the Zodiac. Anyways, the Zodiac puzzle in itself lacked any hints that it was meant to be a Zodiac one. The 30th sign was the only sort of small clue given. And the fact that there was a snake was also probably a small clue. Here you go, Mr. Inaba. Your coffee is served. With both milk and sugar, correct? Yep, enough to give you a sugar buzz. Not bus. Plus, I got you some of my Nina Special Deluxe homemade cake just for you today. This coffee's not half bad. Seriously, if you hate bitterness so much, I can't understand why you bother drinking coffee at all. Coffee is life. Oh, I get it now. You're trying to illuminate those dark, handsome, hard-boiled egg-type detectives. Care to repeat that? Oh, stop pulling my cheek so hard. Did you say something? Oh, could that be our next client? Hello. Hey, Dr. Haruma, it's good to see you. And to you too, Nina. You look well. Are you making sure you're getting plenty of rest? Would you like a lollipop? Sheesh, don't treat me like a kid, Dr. Haruma. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of fun with you. Arimura, are you just going to let the doctor stand out there, or are you going to invite him in for a chat? Oh, of course. Doctor, it's unusual for you to come here. Is there anything in particular that you need? As a matter of fact, yes. I would like to request your services, our esteemed detective. Is this a new case for us? Hip hop hooray! Looks like I'm going to get paid this month. Are you claiming that you didn't get paid last month? You know, I pay based on case and performance skills. Naturally, if that's the case, then I'll earn a fortune this time as Detective Inaba's #1 assistant. With sparkles. You were just waiting for an opportunity to say that, weren't you? Read me like a book. Now then, let's hear about this case of yours while I gently take a sip of my morning cup of coffee. And on to my next case. Lovely. Although, I would say that is going to be the standings of number 2. There's going to be another secret lurking around in here. Because why did we have such a short amount of space running around in the mansion while she does that? There's no turning back now. Great. So we have to go up then. So one says that there is a way to reunite the mother with the daughter. Upstairs. It's actually quite hard to navigate around here. Mr. Inaba, why would you lead us to a dead end? I have an idea, hear me out. An idea, this better work. It will. Now I'm going to blow up my lighter. Big sister, where are you? Aha. Oh? Katie's mother. Mom? Katie? Katie, my beautiful Katie. That's you, isn't it? Mummy? Is that really you? Yes, it's Mummy. Oh, I'm so sorry, my precious Katie. You must have been crying for me all alone for such a long time. I was waiting for you, Mummy. I was waiting for you to come get me, but you never showed up. Yes, I know you were. Oh, Katie. Hope you can forgive Mummy. You were suffering all on your own. Mummy. Nah. Please don't leave me again, Mummy. Don't worry, my dear. Mummy will stay with you for as long as you want. You nor I have to be alone any longer. You are the ones who brought my precious daughter to me, aren't you? We did. I didn't feel it was right to leave Katie alone any longer. It's all thanks to your efforts that we are finally freed from the confines of this godforsaken mansion. All three of you have my deepest gratitude. Big sister, Mr. Weirdo, thank you so much. Mr. Weirdo. Did they finally cross over to heaven? I'd say cross over to the other side. Yeah, I'm sure of it. Mr. Inaba, you were trying to save Katie's soul, weren't you? I couldn't leave with myself if I just let her be. Hey, think it's about time we leave this place for good? Quite. Yep. Indeed. Treated as missing people. Mystery was beyond me. Told the police everything that had happened inside the mansion. I later returned there with an order to meet with the rest of the other passengers. Not a single soul remained in that mansion, not even remains of Nagita Ashiki was there to be discovered. All I could do was to bury Katie's remains within a proper grave, and thus the curtain to this sordid case finally fell. This will be our one mystery that I'll never forget. One final mystery. It's pretty much the same outcome, but it's just the case where we allowed Katie to reunite with her mother by luring her to the room where we found Katie's mother. And that in some ways gives some sort of parental bond between the two, Katie and her mother. So in that case, seeing Katie's mother in that time there was actually a really small hint towards where we needed to go in the future in case Katie actually decided that chasing us was the best option. Seeing these once again is really nice actually. All good. I was thinking, shouldn't the CGs also be within the game itself when they were committed? Obviously this one would be invisible, but some of them could have been invisible within... Sorry, not invisible, visible within the game. Aside the credits, obviously. And that's still cute in itself. So I'd say that throughout this game it's a really good murder mystery game, but I would say that in order to actually solve the puzzles you do need more hints within the game. Suika Bar. Because not everyone would be able to solve it just by looking at the clues. It would be a very, very thorough investigation and Google to be able to solve it all. And I would say that Google or any place outside the game should not be relevant towards actually solving the puzzle in itself. Like, it shouldn't be a thing where you have to go outside the game to be able to solve a puzzle that's inside the game. Like, that's just stupid. You have to know what sign the goat is, the lion is, the bull is. Coffee served with both milk and sugar, correct? Indeed. Yep, enough to give you a sugar buzz. Plus, I got you some of my Nina's special deluxe homemade cake just for you today. This coffee's not half bad. Seriously, if you hate bitterness so much, I can't understand why you bother drinking coffee at all. Oh, I get it now. You're trying to illuminate those dark, handsome, hard-broiled, egg-type detectives. Care to repeat that? Oh, stop pulling my cheek so hard. Oh, could that be our next client? What extra awaits here? Hello. Hey, Dr. Harima, it's good to see you. And you too, Nina. You look well. Are you making sure you're getting plenty of rest? Would you like a lollipop? Jeez, don't treat me like a kid, Dr. Harima. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of fun with you. Aruma, are you just going to let the doctor stand out there, or are you going to invite him in for a chat? Chat, yeah. Of course. One could not say that. Doctor, it's unusual for you to come here. Is there anything in particular that you need? Hehe. As a matter of fact, yes. I would like to request your services, our esteemed detective. Is this a new case for us? Hip hip hooray! Looks like I'm going to get paid this month. Are you claiming that you didn't get paid last month? You know, I paid based off case and performance skills. Naturally, if that's the case, then I'll earn a fortune this time as Detective Inaba's #1 assistant. You were just waiting for an opportunity to say that, weren't you? Yeah, read me like a book. Now then, let's hear about this case of yours while I gently take a sip of my morning cup of coffee. Okay, so it's not going to be called secret ending, it's just the same ending, but it's just the same outcome. So that is, without a shadow of doubt, all of the endings to this game. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you to Memories of Fear translation team for translating the game in itself. This has been a very nice game to look as an outside observer of these crimes. But also thank you to Suika Bar for making the game. It's a very good game, but I would say the only thing that needs polishing is, I would say, the clues given in the game are really vague. Like, there's nothing really to put two and two together, only for the fact that most of them could actually be Google search to try and find out, especially the Zodiac one. Because there is the 5 of the family, which requires, well, it's not essentially the family itself, but it's the number that's the clue, and what do we all have? Obviously 5 digits, but obviously 4 fingers, 1 thumb. So if you were to put toes in there, that would be more logical. But anyways, that's the game itself, and we all know what that means, so let's not get ultra cryptic about all this. So thank you so much for watching, guys. We're going to be seeing each other's in number 2 of the Mystery Files of Detective Inaba, and hopefully then we'll be able to see more mysteries as they unfold. I do believe, though, that the next game is going to be like a sequel to the events that happened here, so we'll have our purple-haired doctor, our lovely assistant, and of course Inaba as our probably likely protagonist for number 2 and number 3 as well. So have a good day and take care of yourselves.